Hey guys, what's up? Max here. That Goku and Vegeta are extraordinary warriors, we know. After all, they're among the strongest mortals in the multiverse, since they were one of the tops there in the tournament of power, along with Jiren, Toppo, and a few others. The power of these two came mainly from all their efforts, after many battles and challenges that made them increasingly overcome their limits. However, Goku and Vegeta couldn't make it that far alone. Goku mostly had great masters throughout his life, and Vegeta is also having good masters recently, like Whis and Beerus. Speaking especially of Whis, it's a fact that since the two Saiyans went to train with him, their powers changed from water to wine. It was by training with this angel that they achieved their divine transformations, which dramatically increased their powers. And with all this evolution of power, we can say that these two are capable of even reaching or surpassing the level of the gods of destruction, even having all the potential to become gods someday. But speaking of all this power and status achieved by them, we know that Goku and Vegeta are far from being the characters with the greatest potential in Dragon Ball. And there are many other characters that if they had the same training, they could overcome these two and also be strong candidates for gods of destruction. In this video, I'm going to show you 12 characters with great potential that surpass Goku and Vegeta, and if they had training with the angels, they would be able to reach or surpass the gods of destruction. Curious to know who they are? Stay connected to the channel and let's get to the video. 12th place, Kaba. Even though he's just a teenager, Kaba already has the same power as Vegeta in base form. And not only that, Kaba was able to achieve Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 in a short time, much easier than Goku and Vegeta did. This makes me believe that if Kaba received training from Vados or any angel, without a doubt he would fulfill this promise to surpass Vegeta, and also has all the potential necessary to surpass the level of a god of destruction. 11th and 10th place, Kale and Andkhalifa. If Kaba is already a warrior with great potential, Kale and Andkhalifa are even more. Speaking of Andkhalifa, when Kaba recruited her to participate in the Tournament of Power, the competition would take place in a few days. So in a few days, Andkhalifa reached Super Saiyan 1 and 2, and these are transformations that Goku and Vegeta struggled to achieve, and Gohan himself, who is said to have great potential, took a long time to achieve these forms with his training in the Time Chamber. With Kale is even more serious, because she's a legendary Super Saiyan, and when she is at her full power, she's able to rival even the Super Saiyan Blue. I think you've already understand that this girl's potential, right? 9th place, Trunks from the present. Even though they are the same person, present and future Trunks have a very confusing difference in power and potential, with present Trunks being much more able to gain power easily than the one from the future. This also happened with future androids in relation to present ones, since according to Trunks in Cell Saga, future androids were weaker than present ones, and present androids were nicer than the future ones. Child Trunks became a Super Saiyan with extreme ease in a short training session with his father and Goten, and in the Majin Buu saga, with only 8 years old, he managed to pressure Android 18 more than the Z Warriors in the Android saga. So at only 8 years old and without any hard training, this boy would defeat some villains in the Cell saga, and probably everyone in Frieza saga, including Frieza himself. With all this evidence of this boy's power, I think it's safe to say that if this kid trained with Whis, it wouldn't take him long to surpass Goku and Vegeta, and in the future, he might even surpass the gods themselves. 8th place, Bula. I know there's nothing to indicate that she's powerful, but just because she's Vegeta's daughter, we can already conclude that this girl's potential is as great or superior to Trunks. As we don't have anything of hers, let's put her up in the rank. But if she has at least the same potential as her brother and has training with Whis, she could become a true god of destruction in the future. 7th place, Goten. 7-year-old Goten is almost as strong as Trunks and has the same potential as his best friend. Trunks still had small training with Vegeta in the gravity room. That is, in addition to being older, he had more training possibilities than Goten. The most that Goten had until the martial arts tournament was some training with Chi-Chi, which by the way is almost nothing. But this almost insignificant training was enough for him to become a Super Saiyan. He also had a short training session with Gohan before the tournament, but very little. So we can conclude that if this boy learns from an angel, he would surely surpass Goku and Vegeta with extreme ease. 6th place, Majin Buu. Buu is an extremely powerful magical creature that had never undergone training in his life, and yet he was able to make all that fuss at the end of Dragon Ball Z. And in Dragon Ball Super, when training for a very short time for the Tournament of Power, he already managed to give Goku some problems. So imagine if he trained regularly with Whis, it would be unstoppable. Another thing is that he has a god inside him, the Sacred Supreme Kai, who is a very respected and honored god. So actually, he could be an excellent choice as God of Destruction. 5th place, Oob. Oob, at just 10 years old, already had the same power as Kid Buu from Dragon Ball Z. It was mentioned in official Dragon Ball guides that the person responsible for making this boy so strong is King Chappa, who's just a human who is certainly not able to awaken Oob's full potential with his training. So if this boy had the opportunity to be trained by Whis, he could easily surpass Goku, Vegeta, and the gods. 4th place, Brawley. Brawley, without any special training or having experienced a high level of combat, managed to beat Goku and Vegeta in Super Saiyan Blue and still face Gogeta. If he trained with Whis, this legendary Super Saiyan would surely master all his power with excellence, and he could still reach divine levels much more powerful than the protagonists, certainly surpassing all mortals in the 12 universes and even the gods of destruction. 3rd and 2nd place, Frieza and Cold. Frieza and Cold belongs to the same race and must have the same potential. Frieza, in 4 months of training, managed to get millions of times stronger. He, who was less than a Super Saiyan, went on to be superior to the Blue Super Saiyan transformation. All this in less than 4 months. That is, training alone, he was able to have more results than Goku and Vegeta training with an angel. Imagine Frieza and King Cold training with Whis. For sure, they would reach absurd levels. 1st place, Pan. In my opinion, little Pan has the biggest potential of the series. Being a newborn, she was already able to control her energy, something that Goku was only able to do when he was almost 30. Even Goten, who's a great prodigy, couldn't do this before training with Gohan. Being just a baby, Pan was able to compete for strength with future Trunks. Many will argue that it was a comedic scene, but she did it. Trunks really struggled to pull the sword out of Pan's hands, while the baby pulled too. Imagine when this girl grows up. For sure, she'll become the strongest female warrior in Dragon Ball. Maybe we can see more of her potential in the next movie, Dragon Ball Super Superhero. These are the characters that have a much higher potential than Goku and Vegeta, and can certainly even be strong candidates for the position of destroyers. But I want to hear from you. Do you agree with this list? Do you have your personal list? Who do you think has the greatest potential? Leave it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so we can get to 50,000 subscribers. Until next time, bye bye.